All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the We Book It podcast. Let's start the show.
Yo, what's good? We Book It family. Sorry, I wasn't actually on the stage when we first kicked it off, but welcome to another edition of the Friday night, Saturday morning main event of the SmackDown Lowdown with yours truly, Mr. Teddy Lemon Pepper Stepper himself. I'm here. How y'all doing? Good morning. I know y'all used to see me on Friday nights, but we are doing it Saturday morning. Unfortunately, I had to go pay bills last night, which means I had to go clock into work, and I'm tired. But let's get into SmackDown last night. SmackDown opened up with Gunther in the ring and with Adam Pearce, and Gunther is still on his rampage and upset about everything. And Adam Pearce tried to tell Gunther, had you chilled out and not attacked Nick Aldis last week, you would have found out that your tag team match had implications to it. And of course, Gunther being the hothead he is, Gunther ain't trying to hear nothing. So he messed that up for himself. And Adam Pearce is telling him, like, man, you need to be thanking Nick Aldis, because if it wasn't for Nick Aldis stepping in and saying that this match still needed to happen, that the special stipulations would not be implicated for the match. And Gunther's looking like special implications or, certain things that's going on with the match. And basically, the thing is that if Sami and Gunther win tonight, because tonight is Saturday night's main event, if Sami and Gunther can win tonight, they will now be added into the WWE Undisputed Championship title match at SummerSlam, and it will be a fatal four-way, which will mean it'll be CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes versus the Ring General, Gunther and Sami Zayn. So thoughts on that? I would actually like to see a fatal four-way. Only reason I like to see a fatal four-way is because I'll be live in attendance for SummerSlam. So I want the biggest card set for the SummerSlam stage for night 1 and night 2, because God damn it, I'm about to live out my dreams. I get a Hell in a Cell match with Owen and Brock. I got Seth and Roman. That's like, I get to see that live, like Seth and Roman live. That's gonna be fucking crazy. Everybody's gonna be there. Charlotte, Jade. It's crazy. I can't fucking wait. Yo, what's good, people? That's dropping in. What's going on? We doing it live this morning. So after that is announced, Cody comes out to the ring. Cody ain't talking. Cody's straight to business. Cody said he got a receipt for Gunther for kicking his head in the door on Monday Night Raw, where he missed out on the opportunity to become champion against Sami Zayn. He said he got a receipt on Gunther for everything. So he's coming for blood, and he is back in. He said he getting it back in blood this week. And I like Cody attacking Gunther. Now with SmackDown being a runtime of 2 hours, they do a lot of compacting their storylines as well as backstage segments. So we lose a little bit in that aspect, but as far as the flow of the show goes, it goes very smoothly with the 2 hour range. They just got to find a way to keep the main event where it's not 5 to 10 minute main event, but it actually sustains the time that you want to see a main event. Also, the wrestling gods have spoken for me. Rhea Ripley, unfortunately, is not able to defend her title at SummerSlam. Like we didn't know that already. So with that, now we have a fatal 5-woman ladder match coming up at SummerSlam. But in the course of that, we got qualifying matches. Going into that, and tonight, well, last night on SmackDown, we had 2 women's qualifying matches for that match. One of them being Jade versus Nia, and the other one being JC Jane versus Tiffany Stratton. But after they talk about Rhea Ripley not being able to compete and defend her title, we have a match to start the night off. And once again, it is the Prince Finn Bálor kicking off SmackDown with a good match. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Sydney. How you doing this morning? We have Finn Bálor now going against Talla Tonga. Last week he beat Tama. This week he gets Talla Tonga, and he puts on a great match with Talla. And Talla is really good holding his own as an individual, as an in-ring competitor. What's going on, Nick? How you doing? I'm good. Tired, but I'm good. We here talking SmackDown. So everybody say what's up to everybody in the chat, while we going live, baby. I won't be here long, but we're going to be here for a good time today. And Finn Bálor ends up winning the match against Talla Tonga, hitting 2 coup de grace. And Talla sold both of those really well. So I'm pretty excited to see what comes next, because I can really see Finn Bálor, Talla, and Tama coming together. And maybe if you can add Shinsuke in there, and we can have a new version of the Bullet Club in WWE, which would be very, very intriguing and exciting, because we've never got to see the Bullet Club in WWE. So I hope we get to see that. That's one of my big goals. Then after Finn wins, we get CM Punk talking to Adam Pearce, questioning and concerning about the tag team match that'll take place tonight. Because he's looking at it as like it's his opportunity for basically Cody to get hurt. He doesn't want Cody to get hurt, because if Cody gets hurt, that implements his title to be a fatal 4-way instead of a one-on-one match. CM Punk doesn't like those odds. But I mean, who cares? You've been off of TV for 2 months, and then you come back like you own the place and shit. Like, it is what it is, Phil. It is what it is. I know AC is gonna be upset because I'm talking about her man's Phil, but Phil can go back to his wife and try and make a kid or something, and I'll be perfectly fine with that. But hey, it is what it is. After that segment, we then we get CM Punk and Damian Priest talking. Also, this is all conjoined in the same segment. CM Punk and Damian Priest, basically talking about running the back, and Damian thanking him for saying his name, but to let CM Punk know that after SummerSlam, he's gonna be coming for that title. And CM Punk also telling him like, "Hey man, you never know. Me and Cody might try and come after those titles. CM Punk double champ sounds real good to me." So we'll see. I doubt Cody's gonna go for a tag team run when he wants to be QB1 as the WWE champion. So after that we get into also R-Truth and Damian Priest having their segment again. It wasn't really much of that part. So we get Tiffany Stratton versus JC Jane in the first women's qualifier for the Fatal 5-Way. Truth be told, I would have honestly bumped JC Jane up and put her in that match instead of Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton ended up winning with the Prius moonsault. But I honestly feel like if they don't push JC Jane and Fatal Influence fast, they're going to get lost in the shuffle. And truthfully, I would like to see what WWE can do with them, because they're the perfect heels. Like, I don't say this much about people, but JC Jane and Fatal Influence are the perfect women heels to have in WWE, alongside with Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab, along with the Irresistible Forces. Like, they're solidified as just being heels. They don't want to be liked. They don't care about none of that. They're strictly heels, and I love that. We get after that match, we get a segment of Trick Williams talking about what happened with Baron Corbin and Carmelo. Carmelo and Trick got a common enemy in Baron Corbin, so I can honestly see that being a triple threat, or I can see Ricky Saints getting himself involved and then making it a fatal 4-way as well. I'm not opposed because it just makes my experience at SummerSlam even better, and that's what I need, and that's what I love, and that's what I like, and I need it. So that's all I care about. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just want to see a great SummerSlam. Then we get Jade versus Nia, and that match didn't even last 5 minutes or longer than that because Charlotte Flair came in and got the match thrown out by beating up Jade for what happened with Jade and Alexa Bliss last week, and it ended up costing Nia Jax the match. But in hindsight of that, because Charlotte Flair cost Nia Jax the match, Nia Jax gets to wrestle Charlotte Flair next week on SmackDown for a qualifying spot in the women's fatal 5-way ladder match. Really, I can't wait to see Nia get her lick back on Charlotte. That's going to be real good. And I can see Jade coming in interfering. So we'll see if it's going to be a play where Nia Jax just gets left out or they incorporate something with all of them. I'm looking forward to it. Then we get a backstage segment with Gunther and Candice LeRae. And Candice LeRae telling Gunther, y'all better win because we need this, because Sami has been the only person that has seen Johnny Gargano for who Johnny Gargano is, even though Johnny's been planking for the past couple months now. Getting paid to plank is crazy work in WWE. But it works for their angle. But then Candice LeRae gets attacked by Blake Monroe. So I believe this is going to bring back Candice LeRae to the ring. I just hope she doesn't get squashed because of what they're trying to do with Blake Monroe. But yeah, we'll see how that goes with them. We had Fraxiom versus the War Raiders, which was a pretty good, intense match. Just high flying, crazy moves, stuff happening. And of course, the War Raiders won that one. So they're building their stake as the AAA tag team champions, and just trying to collect more gold and do more things throughout the WWE and work both of those avenues. So I'm glad to see that they're still getting their stuff, because they were a really good tag team, especially when the New Day was around, especially when the Anderson Gallows and all them were around. So I'm really curious to see what happens with them, and I'm looking forward to it. And then we get Cody versus Gunther as the main event. And in that match, Cody didn't even let Gunther come out to the ring. He beat Gunther ass from the runway all the way to the ring during his entrance. Cody didn't even give his entrance, and that was because they were short on time, because when that match started, they only had like 10 minutes left of the show, so they had to go ahead and do something. So that run-in was definitely understandable for what they had going on. But then, of course, CM Punk comes out because they're trying to take out Cody's leg. And when CM Punk comes out, insert Sami Zayn. Of course, Sami Zayn comes out. But the match doesn't even finish because Sami Zayn ends up hitting Cody Rhodes, which turns the match into a no disqualification. I mean, VIA, no DQ. And we just had a brawl. And that's how SmackDown ended. It was with a brawl between Gunther, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk. So with a 2-hour time limit, with a new format of show, you get a lot of action, less backstage segments, but meaningful in some aspects when they got the right storylines going. But all in all, that was a SmackDown Lowdown for the week of this week that it is. We got 2 more weeks until SummerSlam. We got tonight as the Saturday night's main event. I'm really looking forward to that. I will be tuned in and watching. And y'all make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow as we do the Sunday Night Stunner. We're going to talk all things WWE, AEW, everything else that has went on this week in wrestling. We will talk and cover it. I'm glad. Thank you guys for tuning in and sticking in with me this Saturday morning for a real quick segment of the SmackDown Lowdown. This is your host, Mr. Teddy Lemon Pepper Step Alone. And until we see each other again, everybody keep those book and pencils sharpened. And until then, peace out, peoples.